Hello everybody, and welcome back to the vintage small holding. The snow has gone and you can see it sat in the sides of the road. The lake is up because of all the snow gone, but we can sow seeds and we don't need the lines for it now. How wonderful. We've got a bit of morning fog coming in though. That's a little bit annoying, but if we look at the ground like that, we should be fine. So, as I said last episode, it's March. We're going to have to hope that there's no snow and really go for it and get all of the seeding done. Some major seeding needed to be done, and rolling actually, which is why we've started at 7 in the AMs. I'll try and get at level. Have a quick check on the weather. No snow. And oat can also be, yes, we can put the oat in the ground as well. That's good. And I've missed a bit, as I expected I would. I think we're okay there. So this will be the second of the wheat fields that we're putting in, and then I don't know whether I should get in and roll these in between. What else? Which other fields do we need to get done? I need to do the last year's spelt field will be the oat field, I think, and then the big one will be the barley field. Is that going to work like that? Is that what I said a couple of episodes ago? Because we're going to be dependent on, we're going to have to risk it, aren't we? We're going to be, I think we're just going to have to risk it. I think we are going to have to risk it. Although this isn't taking us too long to do. It's 7:15. We're flying through this one, to be fair. That's because it's up the slurry down on it. It does make it a little bit easier to see. I think we'll go over and do the oat next. It's the 111 on each thing. We could have done with this field at the side of us, really, couldn't we? Whoops. I guess we just, this will be the test year that we see if this system works. If not, we'll tweak it for next year, I suppose. Well, my fear is we're going to be left with the smallest field. Whichever the smallest yield is what we'll end up with equivalent in pig food. So we still could end up having to buy it, but we could rotate the crop over, couldn't we? And whatever we need the most of, we could put in the big field. So the weird thing is you don't necessarily get an accurate, they're not exactly the same yield off each field, is it? Like one crop will produce a slightly different yield from another crop. So we'll stick to the idea, stick to the plan, trust the process. That's what we'll do. We'll trust the process, stick to the original idea, and hope that that gets better. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push forward with this. I'm probably going to roll this field as well and wait for this mist to leave us, and I shall see you at the second field, because we've only actually got 3 fields to sow, so it's not as bad as I thought it was. In my head there was 4 fields, but we'll be all right. I think we can get all that done today, albeit a bit of a slog, a seeding slog. That might be the name. Right, I shall carry on. Okay, first field done. 8:30. And I've rolled it because I'm a good boy. Right, and that's not turned on. And away we go. I won't show you the rolling because it is quite difficult to see. This is a bit more refreshing. Pushing that marble roller, stone roller with a leather jacket on is not the one. I wouldn't recommend it. It's very tiring. Do they... Oh, I did prune them, didn't I? I might have to have a quick check on the grapes, actually, in case there'd be a bit of an issue. But yes, this is out. I have to double check that. I had a panic that I'd already put wheat in again. Should we possibly we can feed the chickens barley, can't we? I think we can. I'm sure we can. Cut that bit in. Well, it's not going too bad though. We're 8:30. We're on the second field. Obviously the third field's a lot bigger. But if we end up with barley or wheat left over, we have got chickens to feed as well, so that's not too bad. It'll all work out all right on the night. I'm wondering if I'm going to need to do a bit of a speed up on something. on the big field, maybe put some music on. We're only up to about 10 minutes, aren't we? We're not doing too bad. Probably should check the animals as well, but I'm fairly confident they've got enough to keep them going. The pigs should be more than fine. The cows aren't hammering through the feed too much at the minute. When we get down to giving them our small bales of hay, then that might change a bit. The chickens is the only one I've got a bit of a worry, because I only put 600 litres in, didn't I? I can check that. We can check that in this episode, that's not a problem. And the horses will need exercising. I've got a feeling, well, it's not a feeling, I'm fairly confident we'll have to weed every field. A no snow sow slog. Getting me steps in today though, haven't I? Enough steps, he says, sat with his feet up. Well, I could probably carry on with this without you watching. I'll come back to you. You get the idea of what's happening. Nothing wrong with the grapes, they're all fine. And it's the last run down here, I hope. Yes. Oof, this has got me. I've got a dab on, I'll tell you. Incredibly warm. But field number 2. Come on down. Oh. It's quite a difference when you see it like this and the light's in the right direction. It's neater. I mean, it wouldn't have. I know. It wouldn't have those ridges because of it being a stone marble. Morning! What time are we on actually? 9:45. And it's turning into a lovely day. I've left my cedar there because I've got my gate shut and I didn't want to shut the gate. I didn't want to open it. And then I've ditched it there and realised there's a gate. So that's on me. We're going down here anyway, so not to worry. I might as well turn that on. Before we get to the good stuff. Now, to the big dog. I've still got a bit of mist. I don't think it'll matter that much, will it? Let's go and get the cedar. I'm wondering whether we should fill it up. I've got some seeds there. Oh, I could. Throw it. Whee! Load her up. Don't think we'll do 300. Oh, let's change that. Oh, wrong one. Oats. What are we doing here now? Not winter barley, spring barley. That's the one. And away we go. Yes, I'm thinking this one might require some sort of music. Maybe. Be a bit of a big job, isn't it? And I probably shouldn't do it from that distance. I've gone rogue. I'm struggling to see where I've been. Let's check the map. Let's be a bit neater. Should we have some music on? I suppose we can do, can't we? Roll it up a bit. Yeah. Let's crack a video on. See how weird an angle I can get some camera work on there. I mean, this hasn't taken as long as I thought it would. I have got cramp in my foot and my calf muscle, which is surprising because of all the exercise I'm getting. Pushing this up and down. But we're getting there. And it would be interesting, as we will find out, just how much yield we get off these fields. Obviously, with them being different crops, there'll be different yields. Will it be enough to have us self-sufficient for the pigs and the chickens? Horses aren't too bad because we know that they'll be fine with hay. Although really, we've only got one field to get hay from this year. So that could be quite interesting as well. We have got a stockpile though, so we're not doing too bad for that. I'm just thinking as well, when Whitcomb Park comes out, I might stick, this is the first time I've done 1 day months, and I might stick with it just to put the pressure on a bit. I'm still not 100% sure how I'm going to do Whitcomb, whether it's going to be modern day or vintage, depends on. I think it might have to be modern day because of the ambience of the Shell petrol station and the subway and the Beefeater. Is it a Beefeater? The restaurant thing. Carvery. Toby Carvery, that's him. That's his name. That's his actual name, Toby Carvery. John Beefeater is a different brand. But yeah, it's an interesting aspect because you can move. I think if I went with animals a bit more, I've got one sort of idea that I want to go with. And I think I'd probably like to do some animal work. But a bit more so. Because it's going to be a while before we're selling horses here. Not sure that I'd do horses again though, if I'm honest. Let's take this bit out. But I have to say, given that it's good going, we've managed to sow and roll 3 fields just in this episode, and it hasn't took too long. I'm up to about an hour and a half in real time, so that's not too bad really. We're very close to getting this done. Obviously I did have that boo-boo over there. I had to get the forklift out to tip this back over when I sent myself flying. Grazed my knees. And I've just realised something that I didn't pay attention to before. That field's germinated and we got the weeds, so we're going to need to pay attention to the weeds. And like I said earlier, we're probably going to have to do 4 fields of weeding. How are we looking? Yes, 2 more passes, 1 and a bit, and we'll have completed this. But all 100% fertilised, all seeded, all rolled. And we'll just need to weed them, and then we're basically freewheeling until it's time to harvest. And that will be July, August. No, yes, July, August. Well, it'd both be August, won't it? Because we started late. August, everything will be ready to rock and roll. Right, let's take this back. Put this away. I think I want to do some sort of small farming for myself, and maybe contracting for another farm at Whitcomb. I'm enjoying the idea of having a small holding for myself. Right, what's left to do in this episode? Let's check the chickens. Cows will be fine, pigs will be fine. Probably get a little picture of the piggies. Oh, don't go falling over again. Let's close that. Maybe jump. Got some eggs to sell. Oh yeah. Just as well we checked that, weren't it? So they are going through about 600 litres a month. So we've got 2 months worth left. That's quite alarming. I'm not sure we're going to have that much in. This is where the experiment comes in though, doesn't it? Can we be self-sufficient for a year? At the minute we're not, because we're having to buy feed. I could do with a bit of a wash, couldn't it? While the sun's out, can we get a good picture of while they're asleep? Yes. Shouldn't climb over that spiky at the top. Right. Have a look at that. The yield bonus only 85%. Interesting, because that should be 95%. And maybe the weeding needs to be done. Maybe. Right. I'm going to take these girls for their morning lunchtime exercise. We're starting with Hacker. We'll go this way for a start off. That is where we shall leave the episode for today. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please hit the like button. If you've not subscribed yet, do feel free to subscribe. And if you've got any comments or suggestions, then do feel free to pop them wherever it is the comments are on your displays. Until the next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye for now.